Hi, I'm Troy Colmer, and I'm a transformational life coach, and I'd like to welcome you to the Global Health Rebellion. I'm here to give you all the tools and techniques that you need to transform your life into the best possible shape that you can do, if you'd like to find out more, head over to freedomnetwork.io, and we have a free Become Limitless community. So, yeah, we're trying to give you all the tools and techniques and get all the people on that can really help you in your journey to become limitless. We're trying to raise the vibration of the planet, and we're just chipping away bit by bit. And that's why I've got the Dr Irina on today. She's actually a medical doctor, so it's our first medical doctor. So I said I'll be on my best behavior on the no sick care system jokes. She's an author, all around beautiful lady. She's come highly recommended. So she's going to be giving you tools and techniques as well that she'll share on the show to be able to help yourself. So hello and welcome, Irina. How are you?
Yes, I'm very good, Troy.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
really pleased to be here, and thank you for inviting me.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
you've been highly recommended. So yeah,
yeah,
I'm really thankful that you're coming onto our show because we are we're not a fan of the sick care system. So
yeah,
being that
my pleasure.
you're
Yes,
a
well, I'm
medical
a bit
doctor.
different.
Yeah, you are. You are.
Yeah, I'm actually a lot different.
Yeah. And
Yes.
so did you want to start off with your medical profession?
Well, yes, my background is that I am a medical doctor and I worked as a conventional medical doctor for 14 years of my life before I changed my occupation into becoming a healer and a medical intuitive. And I graduated medicine in Russia. And in Russia, I was a pediatric specialist, pediatrician, doctor, and I also specialized in immunology. So this is what I did in Russia before I emigrated to Australia. I came to Australia in 2001, and I passed medical exams, and I worked as a medical doctor in Australia in the Canberra hospital. I worked as a general practitioner in general practice area at the Canberra hospital for about 4 years until I went through a major spiritual, emotional, and physical transformation and became a healer.
Oh, wow. Um, Geez. Can you expand a little bit on the transformation that you had?
Yes, yes, it's a very interesting topic, and many people ask me how I changed my occupation from being a conventional medical doctor to becoming an alternative practitioner. And it actually was my health challenge. I became very sick when I was working as a doctor at the Canberra hospital. I did a lot of I did a lot of night shifts. I worked very hard as a junior doctor at the Canberra hospital. And yes, I became very sick. I had a very personal illness. I developed a severe uterine bleeding when I was 37 at the time when I was working at the Canberra hospital. And I was bleeding like for a long time, like for weeks, and it didn't stop. And to the point that I lost so much blood that I was fainting. Working as a doctor, doing
Yeah,
night
wow.
shifts, and I collapsed a few times on the floor, and the nurses had to pull me up, and put on the patient's bed because I lost so much blood. So I had to see a specialist in Canberra, a gynecologist, and he sent me to have medical tests, and I did, and he found that I have fibroids. Fibroids are tumors in the uterus. It's not cancer, but they cause severe bleeding. So my gynecologist sent me to have surgery. He gave me referral and said, Irina, you will bleed to death
Oh,
unless you
no
have
way.
everything removed. It's what he told me. And I really remember when I was sitting with him in his office and he told me that I would bleed to death unless I have everything removed. Something quite extraordinary happened with me. I heard a voice. So exactly at this time when he told me that I would bleed to death if I don't go to have everything removed, I heard a voice that came from the middle part of my body. Like it's not just from my head, but from the middle part of my body. It was a very quiet voice, very calm. It wasn't a voice of fear. It didn't scream at me. But this voice gave me some kind of reassurance, and it started talking to me. So this voice just told me, you'll be fine. You just like that, you'll be fine, don't go. It's like what I heard at the time.
No way.
And yes, being an intuitive person, and I consider myself being an intuitive because I always listen to my feelings. Like I always was in tune with what my heart, my feelings is telling me. So I thought, okay, I'll trust this voice because this voice was the voice of my intuition or inner voice. And how do I know that this was the voice of my intuition? Because the voice of intuition is your best friend and advisor. It always gives you information what is good for you. And this voice, when it talks to you, your inner voice, it doesn't scream. It doesn't make you chaotic. It doesn't make you feel like you're scared. This is the voice of fear, that the voices that scream at you, or the voices that make you feel defensive. These are the voices of fear. The voice of intuition, it talks to you in a very calm, gentle way. It's very kind voice, and it's always like supporting you.
Yeah, wow.
So this is how I know that this was the voice of my intuition. And yeah, this is why this voice make you feel certain in an uncertain situation. It doesn't give you the outcome of the event. It doesn't give you that, okay, you will be fine like for forever, but it gives you reassurance here and now, and it gives you kind of guidance of what you need to do right now. It's not the exact outcome of the whole situation, but what you need to do right now. So I decided to listen to this voice. So I took a referral and I said, thank you so much. I will consider surgery. This is what I told to my doctor, because when you hear the voice of intuition, you don't feel like being defensive.
Yeah.
When people become defensive and start arguing, it means they're in fear mode. Or maybe they're listening to the brain chatter, but not intuition. When you hear your inner voice, it gives you so much internal certainty in an uncertain situation that you don't want fight, because you know what you need to do right now. So this is what I took a referral and I went home. And when I came home, I had only one thought in my mind. I had this thought that I need to experience a vibrational state. Vibrational state is when you feel vibrations or energy inside your own body. There is energy that runs through our body. It is called subtle body energy. And when you listen to this energy, when you feel this energy, you can actually correct the flow of energy, because illnesses, it means that energy become blocked somewhere in the body. So all the problems we have, problems means energetic blockages. So this is what I did. I went to a room where I was totally alone. I sat on a chair and I started to meditate. Vibrational state begins from meditation, but it goes much deeper into a much deeper state. It's like a second state after relaxation. It's when you start to feel vibrations inside your own self. And this is what I call vibrational state.
Yeah, wow. How long ago was that?
So yes, people ask me how long ago it happens. It happens in 2007, and now is 2023. So well, it's like
16 years.
16 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, 16 years ago. Yeah, and I usually begin to feel energy or vibrations beginning from my hands. So I just keep my attention on my hands and I feel subtle energy from my hands. Then I rise vibrations higher until I feel that my whole body vibrating. It's like I feel these tingling sensations in my body is how I feel energy. And then I tune into the organ that needs healing. So after experiencing vibrations, feeling energy inside your whole body, I tune into my organ. So I tune into my uterus because my organ needed healing was my uterus. I tune into my uterus. And I was in this vibrational state and I tuned into my uterus and I saw these tumors which cause bleeding. It's called the inner eye. You can activate your inner eye. Inner eye, it's natural ability of anybody, we all have it, to see your organs from the inside, or like connect to your organs from the inside and feel them energetically. So this is what happened to me. I tuned into my uterus and I saw these tumors that cause bleeding. And then I saw a green light came in through the top of my head, went into my uterus and started cleansing my uterus like laser treatment. It's like as if it was a laser treatment. I saw this green light was cleansing my uterus and expelling tumors from the inside out. And I felt the whole process. It's like I felt energetically, like these sensations, feeling sensations. I felt this cleansing process. So in the next morning, my bleeding reduced maybe 70%, like 60-70%. I still had some bleeding left. So I continued the same healing for 3 days because I was on sick leave. I didn't have to go to work. So for 3 days, I was healing myself, putting myself into this vibrational state and healing myself. And after the 3rd day of this kind of healing, my bleeding totally stopped, like totally. I had no bleeding at all. And this problem never come back. So I was 37 when this happened. I'm 52 and I never had this problem come back. So I believe that when I saw this green light and when I felt this vibrational cleansing, energetic cleansing, I expelled all the fibroids.
Yeah, wow.
Yes, and it's never come back. But this episode in my life changed me because I became so curious who and what healed me. It's like when the bleeding stopped, I thought, who healed me and what healed me? Because I didn't go to have surgery. I didn't take drugs. But something, like some sort of intelligence, stopped the bleeding and brought me back to normal, like rebalanced my body totally. And it's how I started investigating this power. I call it intuitive healing power. So I did a lot of courses, intuitive healing courses. I actually went to America and I met a lot of medical intuitives, doctors who became intuitive. And I did their courses. I took 1 year leave because I became so curious and I was actually unwell. So I thought I need to totally restore my health. So I took 1 year off. This is what I thought. I take a leave. It's called sabbatical, like sabbatical leave, and restore my health, learn about things, and then I come back to work. But after this year, my mental, emotional, and spiritual state becomes so different. I became a different person. So I felt that if I go back to the hospital and keep giving people the same like prescriptions, referral to have surgery, it would be, it's like I wouldn't accept this treatment myself, but I would have to give it to people. So I was in kind of internal conflict. And this is what made me choose to start something like educational business. Like it's what I do now. I educate people how to experience this vibrational state and how to heal yourself. So this was my breakthrough, my illness. So my illness was literally, I needed it. I needed it to change my path. I needed it to change my identity. I needed it to transform myself into a different person. And my illness helped me. So I believe that illnesses that people have, a lot of illnesses happens for a reason. And illnesses actually are part of transformational process that people need to go through. Because to heal an illness, they need to go through transformation. They need to change a lot of things in their life to heal. So I believe that illnesses, actually, we need them. We need them. They are part of our transformational process. We just need to identify the message which is behind the illness, because symptoms are messages. What is missing in your life and what you need to do in order to heal. And when you listen to the message, you go through transformational process. And as a result of this transformation, you heal. You become a different person. Like you have different habits, like different mindset, different attitudes. You transform yourself, and healing is a result of transformation.
Oh,
So this
wow.
is what happened to me.
Yeah, wow. That's that's so amazing.
Yeah,
So you're a doctor. So
yeah.
how did the voice come in? So
From the inside.
how do you feel it from the center there? Like how
It's
does
like,
it, how do you feel so it's not in your actual mind, you know, like you hear it, have a thought, and you feel it, like you're listening to yourself, you know.
yeah,
So do you visualize something, like there's something outside of you, or is it that, how did, like when you say it come from the center, like how like what would, or how do you know that it's different than the one in your head?
yeah, yeah. So I believe that when I heard these words from a doctor who was an authority, like authority figure, told me that I would bleed to death unless I go for an operation. It's like put me in a bit of fear and gave me a bit of like a shock that, well, I would bleed to death. And in this moment, my intuitive system actually gave me a signal that it's actually, I will be okay. And this voice came, yes, from the middle part of your body. It's I believe it's somewhere along your spine where energy centers are, because this subtle energy, when it runs through the body, it runs through a special system called energy anatomy. I call it energetic anatomy. And there are energetic centers in our body, and they are in the middle part of our body along our spine, and a few energetic centers in the head. So it's in the middle, it's like midline. And this is, yeah, the voice just came. It's like you can call it guts. People sometimes when people hear this inner voice, they call it my gut saying me, but it's still kind of from the middle part of your body. It's like it's not from the head. And voices that come from the head, they are usually can be very stressful. They scream at you like fear screams at you. Brain chatter is very loud, repetitive, and usually when it's brain chatter or fear, it's usually like connected to the past experiences. It's like, oh, but when last time this happened, or like when last time I listened to this doctor, see what happens, or when my mother did something, see what happens, or when my friend experienced something like that, see what happens. So fear and brain chatter always take you to the past experiences, and bring past experiences into the present. It's like your past experiences come to the present moment and tell you what's going to happen, but it is not true, because now it's the present time, now it's a different situation. But when you hear these voices that come from the middle, what people call it from my heart, people call it from my guts, it's all the same things. It's still it's from the middle part of your body. It's like your body speaking. Not your mind, because mind is such a instrument. It records everything. So, and most of the time when you listen to this brain chatter or mind chatter, the only you get is like a pre-programmed messages. Pre-programmed by your past, by experiences of other people. It doesn't give you the exact information what's true now. But this voice that comes from the middle, it gives you information what's true right now. And this voice is usually calm, very subtle. This is why people dismiss it, because this voice is very subtle. So if your brain chatter or like mind chatter, monkey mind is very loud, this is why people dismiss intuitive voice, because it's very subtle and it usually comes in a flash, like a flash. It goes like very fast. But brain chatter, very repetitive, continuous, loud, annoying.
Annoying, yes. I'm hearing that word.
Yes.
Do you believe in other dimensions or things like that?
Well, yes, of course. So when we go into this vibrational state, it's actually we go into the different dimension.
Yeah. Do you think that it could be your soul or something talking to you?
Absolutely, because it's like soul is energy. What is actually soul? But soul consists of energy. And when I talk about like subtle body energy, but you actually go into the soul, spirit, what they consist of? Energy. When you hear the voices that come from this like energy, it's your soul, your spirit. Absolutely.
I was because when I was listening to that, I'm thinking, I wonder if that's because my thoughts are, and what people say is that our body's just a vehicle, and then we come in.
Yes, absolutely.
The soul comes in and drives it, like the truck, drives it along, and then at the end the body gets too withered and then goes out and then jumps in another one.
That's right. Absolutely.
Whether that, I can't say for sure whether that happens or not, but I was just thinking that, say, have you always had that? Like, have you always had that intuition where you could talk, or was that the very first time that ever happened to that? Have you ever heard that voice?
This was a very special time. Like when I heard this voice, it's like very special. But like I said, I'm kind of person, I listen to my feelings.
Yeah.
Even as a little girl or like a young woman, I I kind of listened to my feelings, and I was aware that often my feelings told me information which are different to what the tribe, like the society,
Yeah.
wants us to do, or what other people tell true. But my feelings was telling me, but no, it's actually slightly different.
So was
And
that
I was
as
aware
you
of
were growing up, you're saying, is that from like as you were growing up, that's not just from this one experience. So growing up that you sort of had that being able to talk, if like hear,
Well, yes, like when I was a child, I actually see people in colors. And my parents thought that it was just child imagination when I was saying, oh, my auntie looks green. But it what
oh,
it
I
means,
so you
I
could see the
saw
aura color.
it's like aura color.
Yeah.
And so as a child, I could see colors around people,
Yeah.
but my
Wow.
parents thought it was child imagination. And I could feel like intuitively like about the energy like that comes from a person. I could
Yeah.
tell if the person like kind or not kind, or like a
Yeah.
person like a good person or not
Yeah.
good person.
Yeah.
Like a child, I could feel that, and as a young woman, I could feel that, but I couldn't explain it to myself. Uh, I didn't have the words, like vocabulary, how to explain it. And well, I was a medical doctor, so I was programmed to explain everything just from a conventional point of view.
Yeah. And so when you say when you're a child, how old were you roughly, do you think, when you could see the auras?
Oh, but maybe, well, maybe 3, 4 years, like when we usually like have first memories, like, yeah, 2, 3, 4 years
Yeah.
of age, I could really see. Well, I told my parents that I see somebody, and I described colors around them.
Yeah. Because it's funny, I was, because I normally ask everybody about from 0 till 7 if, because all our programming, because I believe that
That's
we live
right.
in a
Yeah,
program. That's what I believe.
yeah,
And so I believe our main program goes in at between 0 and 7. And I did, you may know this, or you might be able to help me with this.
yeah.
But when you get to 7, apparently the melanin, not melanin, that flows out of your brain, that starts to stop from age 7. So it's like really flows a lot from 0 till 7, and to allow you to be more for all the programs to go in. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, well, from birth till age like 5 to 7, it's called critical period in human development,
Yeah.
and the child absorb everything from the tribe. Well, tribe, a group of people the child born into. So the tribe
Yeah.
means family, the society. So the child absorb everything from them totally unconsciously. And if you do you know anything about the chakras or energetic centers,
Yeah.
energy centers? So our first chakra is really being developed from birth till the age of 7. And after the age like 5 to 7, the second chakra becomes to open up and develop, because a baby start interacting with people other than family. But before this, like 5, 7, age 5, 7, the child only interacting in the family, like it's mother, father, sisters, brothers, uncles, aunties, and the child absorb everything from them unconsciously. This is why family programming, they're the most difficult to deal with, and we keep them for a long time. So everything what your parents believed, everything what your parents did, like their behaviors, their attitudes, their beliefs, the child just absorb it. So
Yeah. I'm
if
so
we can,
glad that you're saying that, because I've been saying this the whole time, but I didn't have any
yeah,
anything really to
yeah.
back it up until now.
That's right.
Yeah, between 0 and 7. And because
Yeah,
so energy's, I believe exactly what you're saying is that energy's
yeah,
transferred, because people think that so that's why I keep saying, like, it's so critical for a mum
yeah.
to be in the, like, energetically, to be in really good shape in mind,
That's right.
because
Really
it,
balanced.
yeah, because all that's
Yeah,
getting transferred onto the child.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Because we have this aura around us.
Yep.
Aura, like the average size of human aura, 1.5 meters. And when we interact with anybody, our aura, we share our auras.
Yeah.
So, and with our auras, we share all our programmings like attitudes, behaviors, thoughts, belief system, everything.
Yep.
Even illnesses, like even some medical problems, which are, like, say, not contagious. But people, if they just interact with each other like closely, it's like actually possible to catch some like kind of energies.
Yeah. That's yeah,
Yes,
that's so God, there's so many things, isn't there? Like,
that's right.
that we don't know. That, or
We
well,
don't
we know.
know.
I think we know, but we can't. It's so hard to believe, because we are, like you said, we're boxed into this way of thinking, and
That's
this is what you
right.
do. This is what you have to do. Don't worry, all that other stuff. No, that's not right. And
That's
so,
right. Yeah.
because you hear a lot of children when they're, like, when you were young, between 0 and 7,
Mhm.
they see other people, that aren't there, like the play people. They like young, especially young girls more than boys. They always have like a play friend, like an
Yeah.
imaginary friend. And
Yes.
so, like, it could be someone from another dimension, or it could be, like, who would know? So I think all that stuff's really real.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now that,
Absolutely.
yeah, now that you are saying about, you're seeing the auras, so can you still see auras now, or did that close off?
I can. I actually, in my courses, I teach people how to see aura and how to identify like blockages in the aura, how to work with aura, how to clean aura. People who have problems, there are some, you can see some blockages in their aura, and it is possible to clean, remove the blockages, and it is possible even restructure your aura. It means like clean the
Yeah.
old energy and restructure, bring new energy, positive, constructive energy into the aura. And yes, it is possible to see aura. It's actually quite easy, but training is required, and training more about the mind. The more you can unload your mind, the more you can keep your mind totally clear from the mind chatter, the more like abilities, like the more chances you have to actually to see aura. And it's quite easy if your mind is clear.
Yeah. Wow. That's yeah, it's an unbelievable skill to have. So you can train to do that. I thought that, yeah, that was like a
It's not a talent. It's not a
yeah, talent.
talent because
Yeah.
we all have it.
Yeah,
We
you're
all
right.
have it. Yes,
Yeah.
we just need to activate this ability through, well, a little bit of training. And training requires, first of all, it's silencing the mind. So this, when I take people through training, we just spend some time in learning to how to silence your mind from all the mind chatter.
Can I ask you a question about that, with the silence of the mind thing?
Yeah.
The so that's you're talking about meditation. So you're meditating and you've got the thoughts
Yeah.
coming in. So when you say silence, do you say that you just watch them go past? Like, when you say silence, do you actually put a
So
physical block, or do you let it go through? Like, what do you say for that?
well, I have special techniques how to stop thoughts, but yes, it just begins from normal meditation. Like
Yeah.
when I guide people, it's just normal meditation, but then you go deeper into the state, into the slower brainwave activities. And if any thoughts come into your mind, you just sigh like, not this thought, not this thought, not this thought, and visualize thoughts flowing away from your mind as clouds. So other ways you can clean it with your hands, because thoughts, like when the brain full of thoughts, like somebody who listening to the brain chatter a lot. And if you start sensing the aura around their head, the aura is actually different texture, different quality. Usually the healthy mind produces cool aura. It's cool mind, fire in the belly. It's how a healthy person vibrates. Cool mind, fire, warm energy, fire in the belly. But people who listen to the brain chatter, and when you start sensing the aura around their head, you actually feel warmth or like in heat.
Yeah, right. With your hands.
With your hands, yeah, and like a prickly sensations. So brain chatter, it gives you this kind of warm, prickly sensations. It's like inflammation. It's similar to inflammation. It's what this brain chatter do to your mind, to your brain. It's actually like when you feel it with your hands, it's similar to inflamed brain, as if somebody has an inflammation in the brain.
So when you put your hands like that around your head,
Yeah,
what
you can
do
sense
you
everything you
visualize that coming out into your hands or something?
you actually, with your hands, you feel the aura or the energy that comes from your head and from your brain.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and you can remove the energy of the brain chatter
Wow,
using your hands.
that's a different technique. I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, yeah.
And another question is, because I believe that like we have an antenna like in our mind and we can connect
Yeah.
onto other people's thoughts. So
It's
the brain
telepathy.
chatter, do you think that that could be just the thoughts in the ether that's around us, but they're not actually ours? It could be thoughts of other people or things. What do you think
Yes,
about that?
we can pick up thoughts, emotions from the external. And external, it means everything, like other people, society, media. So everything, we are affected by everything what's happening everywhere. But for this reason, to protect yourself, to protect your energy, the more centered in yourself you become, the more protected you are. So
Yeah,
the
right.
more attention you keep into the center, it's like when I talk to you that there's messages, that the voice, intuitive voice, came from the middle part of my body. And so the more focused attention you keep in your body, inside, in the middle of your body, not in the brain, not from above the neck, from the neck up. Most people live their life from the neck up, but it's not healthy way to live your life. If you live your life more in the body, being grounded in your body, it's the more protection you have from all this noise around you. And
Yeah,
we are bombarded with the noise. And it's not just from other people, but even like from other countries, from media, television,
yeah.
computers, everywhere.
So I say it's like the radio in the car. So
Yeah.
all the signals are there, and it's just how you tune into it. Would that be
That's
correct?
right. Yes, the best way, the healthiest way to tune into is into your center.
Yeah, rightio.
Keep attention on your body and keep all the energy that is given to you inside yourself into the body. The more you put your attention on other people, on everything what's around you, the more energy you lose. So
Yeah,
because energy flow where your attention goes.
yeah,
So if your attention is always on somebody else, on what's other people doing or what's media saying, like news, the more energetic losses you experience.
yeah. And that's why they have the mainstream
Problem.
media to make
Yeah,
sure that we don't keep
yeah,
intuitive. It's
yeah,
funny.
and
It's funny that you say how the aura goes at 1.5 meters. Like it's a very big coincidence that our COVID, was 1.5 meters
yeah,
that we had to stay away from each other.
that's
But
right.
but anyway,
Because COVID is actually we needed this pandemic to make us go through a transition from the era of Pisces into the era of Aquarius. We needed something on global scale.
Yeah.
And we got this virus, which affected everybody on the planet. And everybody had to follow this rule, 1.5 meters stay from each other. It's like the universe wants us to tell, you respect my aura, I respect yours.
Yeah, right. Oh, wow, I've never really thought of it like that. And then,
Yeah.
that's something I'm going to ask you in a minute. I better
Yeah.
get back to the other question because I got all these questions for you. So
Okay.
when you, if we can get right back, so you got the voice right, and then
Yeah.
you said to the doctor that no, I could believe I
Yeah.
can heal myself. So you went home.
No, I didn't cite him. I actually didn't say anything
No, but I
about
mean in
him.
your mind. So in your mind, you went, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to
Yeah.
go home and do this voice. So when you went, have you ever experienced anything before? Like, how did you have like a full knowing that you could heal yourself like that? Like, was there something that have you experienced something like that before? Or have you seen it? Or like, how did you know for sure that you could heal yourself like that?
Well, like I said, this was a very special time in my life. But before that, when I was like very young, when I was medical student, like in Russia, I also had a problem called eating disorder. I had a severe eating disorder when I was, it started since I was a teenager, well, maybe like 12 or 13 years of age. And I suffered it for decades with eating disorder. I had anorexia and bulimia. And um, this disorders, eating disorders, they are very difficult to treat. And conventional medicine is basically nearly useless to treat them. And what helped me is to listening to this inner voice.
Yeah, right.
Is to stop my voices that like I had bulimic episodes, I had anorexic episodes. It's like the voices in your head that tell you to binge purge food or starve yourself. This is like episodes I was fluctuating from binging, purging to not eating at all, like starving myself. So to cope with these voices, the only technique that helped me just to listen to my inner voice.
Yeah, right. And so you then you healed yourself from that, from the,
It is how I silence these
yeah,
voices, and how I coped with like anorexia, bulimia for well, for a long, long time.
yeah, yeah. A lot of
Um,
girls get that.
a
Um,
lot of girls get
yeah,
that, and they go
that's a
to
terrible
rehab.
thing.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
go to rehab and doesn't well don't help much. So I went through all this, but what helped me the most is just to listening to my inner voice, connecting to my inner voice, feeling the energy in my own body. So
yeah,
I
wow.
experienced something like that, but not to the extent.
Yeah. So why I was asking that, I was just thinking like, because that's pretty, like that's a big healing move, like to go from,
Yeah,
it's just say you never had experienced anything in your whole life, and then all of a sudden you had a voice, and then you went and healed yourself. Like that would be a pretty big move. But if
yeah,
you're like before you've gone, okay, well I know I healed
yeah,
myself from those other things, and so this is a big thing. But if I listen
yeah,
to this voice, and
yeah.
so you had the voice, right? And so you're sitting
Mm,
in your meditative state. So
yeah.
did you ask for the light or something, or did you like how did the green light appear?
So green light appears not straight away. You really have to go into the energetic state, well, I call it vibrational state, and feel this subtle energy that runs through your body. So I can actually demonstrate you the basic technique. Just put your hands together like that
Yeah,
and start rubbing. Yeah,
yeah,
press them one against with a little bit of
yeah,
pressure, rub them until they become warm. Rub,
yeah,
rub, 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 like for 20 seconds.
yeah,
Okay, warm. Okay,
yeah,
now spread them apart like that. You can close your eyes for the best result because the energy is inside you. So when you open your eyes, you are like in the connected to the external, but you need to connect to your internal world. So close your eyes and try to bring your hands closer together, but do it millimeter by millimeter until you feel this resistance or like push-pull sensations. Or I simply feel that these tingling sensations, what I feel, I want to bring my hands closer together, but I can't. It's like tingling sensations in my hands become so strong. So this is just the simplest technique to feel subtle energy.
Yeah, right. Because
It's just
I do a
little
very similar
tingling.
thing with creating a balance to bring yourself
Yeah,
into something, and then the hands come together, exact same thing, and then you can
yeah,
feel that like a energy, and it pushes and
yeah,
pulls and pushes and pulls, and then it goes, whoosh,
yeah,
yeah, and then it pulls in, then you bring it into your heart center.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
the
it's very similar. Yeah,
tingling sensations,
but I didn't know about the
um,
rubbing thing, and you can feel it like that way.
rubbing is just to stimulate or like generate more
Yeah,
energy by rubbing. And so I start to feel energy. So energy, I feel energy as tingling sensation. So sensing these tingling sensations is very important.
yeah, right.
This
Yeah,
is how your body, your nervous system sense energy. It's as tingling. It's like subtle pins and needles, but
yeah,
very subtle. And so I begin to sense this tingling from my hands, and then I rise. Like you just, with your attention, you just follow from hands to your elbows, shoulders, neck, face, until you feel that your whole body tingling. So what you felt in your hands,
yeah,
you need to feel in every single cell in your body.
yeah. Wow.
And when you feel that, this is what vibrational state is. And vibrational state can take you into timelessness. Timelessness is when you leave this dimension of time. This is where we create illnesses.
Yeah,
We create illnesses in this time because we go through all these problems with everything, other people, job, society, money, everything. We have these problems, and our body react to the problems that we
yeah,
experience. But this happens in this dimension,
yeah.
the
Wow.
whole dimension of time.
So
And
do you think you left that dimension and you went into another one?
it's like a timelessness. It's
Yeah,
called,
wow.
you go into the energy field.
Yeah,
Energy field where healing is created.
yeah, wow.
Yes, so yes, you can, it's possible to create healing, but you can't create it into this dimension, this dimension of time. It's called physical dimension. It's where we create problems. You need to go into the timelessness. It's when you go into the energy field.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Yeah.
it's so amazing that that you learned how to do that. And so do you think that you got that so that you become that teacher now, that you can teach people how to do that and to
This
heal
is what
themselves?
I do for many
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, but
Yes, for
so that
many, like
happened for that
50 years.
reason, so that you could become this
Yeah,
person. Yeah, wow.
that's right. And I've written a few books about that, like The Secret Energy of Your Body.
Yeah.
This is a book exactly how every organ correspond to special energies. You can feel this energy through emotions.
Yeah, wow.
So every organ corresponds to certain emotions, and when we experience symptoms, behind every symptoms, there is a specific emotional pattern.
Oh, that's excellent. And what was the other book?
In the other book, it goes more advanced. It's like a continuation from this book. It's like how to heal using intuitive healing. So it's how to work with hands, how to feel energy with your hands, how to work with energy centers, aura.
Oh, wow.
So
I'll have to get those now for sure. Oh,
yeah,
yeah. That's
and
yeah,
yeah,
wow, that's so good.
yeah, and in my courses, like right now, I'm just beginning the course how to heal with timelessness. It actually goes like over 1 year, like 1 year. It's like a membership. We meet every Sunday with people to feel this energy and go into timelessness, because you need to practice it. If you don't practice, well, then you can't do it.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's very exciting. And
Yeah.
so, do you know other people that have healed themselves with that same techniques?
Oh, many people.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Really, really many people. So the only thing that's stopping people is their brain chatter.
Yeah.
When they manage to
Their
slow
belief
down,
system.
or
So they
like
need to believe it that they can do it.
faith
Yeah.
is everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
We we need to have faith in healing. Faith in healing, because if people don't have faith, they put their faith into other notions. Because everybody, generally every human being, if you're alive, you have faith. Faith are deep unconscious beliefs.
Yeah.
And many people, like some people call themselves atheists or agnostics, who just deny all these spiritual connections,
Yeah.
but they still have faith.
Yeah.
But they put their faith into the notion that there is no force that help us,
Yeah.
that unite us, that connect us, and help us to go through this life. And they put their faith into this notion that there is nothing to help us, and they have consequences of their faith. Just look at their problems.
Yeah.
Or look at all these people who are very critical, who continuously criticize, judge, who doubt everything.
Yeah.
They put their faith into doubt. Look at their consequences. Look at their health problems.
Yeah.
So for human being, it's not possible not to have faith. And if you not believe in something really good and positive, constructive, you will automatically believe in doubt. And if you put your faith in doubt, you will have consequences.
Yeah.
You will not be able to heal.
Yeah.
Your body react with illnesses, and people will not be able to heal because they have this doubt.
Yeah. Yep. Your belief system is
That's right.
it's so critical
That's right.
to test.
And yeah, doubt is a major component or reason why people don't heal.
Yeah.
I can tell you just an example. Well, because I have this medical background, I have a lot of people come to me to heal serious problems, well, like cancer or like any motor neuron disease, things like that. The diseases that consider incurable. So every time this kind of person comes with a difficult problem, I ask them a question. Every time, I ask, do you personally believe that you can heal yourself?
Yeah.
I ask everybody. And in most cases, these people, probably nearly in all cases, they answer me something like that. They say, oh, well, Irina, I hope that I can heal myself, but look at the conventional medicine, look at the conventional institutions, like at the media, the society, at government, look at my family. They all believe that my illness is incurable. So what these people have, they have hope in one hand, but hope with no power, because all power is connected to doubt, because power is connected to the society, to the tribe we live
Yeah.
in. So they have hope without power and fear or doubt with power. So which side do you think win? But the side that has power always win. They have hope, but no power. Hope without power, not equal to fear with power.
Yeah.
This is the major reason why people can't heal. They still can, but they need to rebalance this energy. They need to just give hope all the power and totally release the fear or doubt.
Yeah.
They need to rebalance the energy, then they start healing. But if they still have this doubt, Oh, but look at my family. Look at the media. Look at conventional medicine. It's like doubt, but they hoping, oh yeah, maybe I can heal, maybe I can heal, but look at them. And this is the reason why people don't heal. One, not just one, but one, there are other reasons, but this is a big reason
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
people don't heal.
Yeah. Wow.
Because universe always guides us to find balance. This is what we need to believe, what we need to have faith in healing, that universe always guides me to find balance even through the illness. This is what people need to believe. Absolutely. Universe always find me to find balance even through the illness, because universe does. Universe always try to rebalance us when we become unbalanced. Universe always guides us to find balance.
Yeah.
And illness means it's a blockage because you become unbalanced in some areas of your life, and universe guides you to find this balance even through the illness.
Yeah. That's it's the energy system is just so amazing.
Yeah.
If everybody knew the power that they already had within themselves,
Yeah.
oh, the world could just be, I keep saying it all the time, the world could just be
Yeah.
so good. Like it would just be,
Yeah.
it could be amazing if people just realize it, because every single person has the power, don't they? Like everyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This energy, this pillar of light entering our bodies through the top of our head. Every single person is connected. Every single person has this pillar of light entering their body. They just need to feel it,
Yeah.
sense it.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Yeah. That's so
Yeah.
good. Yeah. And so you
Yeah.
said that we're moving into Aries, did you say?
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Aquarius.
Aquarius.
So
It's
what,
very,
how does that work?
well, but it's a universal. So
Yeah.
we had the era of Pisces, that was like nearly 2000, more than 2000, and now we're moving into the era of Aquarius, which will be more than 2000. It's like some people say 2300, some people say 2000 and a half, like 2500. So long time we will be in this era of Aquarius. And era of Aquarius, it's all about energy. Pisces, it was physical era, like patriarchal society, everything should be physical. Now we are moving into the energy era. So everything becoming wireless, and it will become more and more wireless. We're connecting now wirelessly. Medicine will become, well, already we have like neuroscience, molecular biology, all this nanotechnology. It's all energetic.
Yeah, right.
So all science becoming energetic. And spirituality, the most important aspect in spirituality is to feel and become aware of your energy. This is the most important. You can't be spiritual if you don't feel this energy, because spirit is energy, soul is energy. So in the age of Aquarius, science and spirituality is one.
Yeah.
There's no separation. It's human mind, the brain chakra separate people. I am spiritual, I am scientific, but we are all one because both working with energy. So energy is the essence of everything.
Yeah. It's so, God, it's so amazing.
Yeah. And
The,
this is where we're moving into age of
yeah.
Aquarius.
And
Everything is
so,
energetic.
yeah, because I was only saying that to, I've got a good mate, Craig, that he's come and does
Yeah.
podcasts with me sometimes. And I talk to him all the time about it. And I said, something's happened where this is being allowed to happen. Like we're, but now that makes perfect sense that we're moving into this era that,
Era of Aquarius. Yeah.
yeah, because I don't think it was probably possible before that we have all these powers, because it just seems to be like, and especially the younger generation, they
Yeah.
seem to be like really in touch with it.
Absolutely. They're
Yeah,
different people. Children who are born after year 2000, they have like different energy in them because their like numerology, or like numerology is energy. Numbers are energy. So their energetic makeup or numerology starts from 2. all of us, like me, you,
Yeah.
like before year 2000, it start from 1-9. 1-9,
Yeah.
year 1-9, so totally different energy. They start from 2.
Yeah.
2
Right.
is unity. 2 is unity, so they already united.
Oh.
We are 1-9, like the year our start from 1-9, and then whatever year you're born, but our number starts 1,000, like 9.
Yeah.
And after year 2000, children who are born after year 2000, their numerology or like energetic makeup starts from 2. They're already into unity with energy. So this is why technology, all this wireless communication is much easier for them. They have no doubt.
Yeah.
But we just need to move along nicely, flow nicely
Move along
with the
nicely. Hey,
energy.
wouldn't it be nice if we could just move along nicely?
Yes, with the energy.
Yeah.
And yes, and accept the energy more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh wow, it's been a fascinating talk. Geez, we could talk for hours and hours. So
that's right.
yeah,
Yeah,
I told you the hour would go fast, you know.
that's right.
And oh, thank you very much for sharing all your knowledge with the energies and all these things that happened and that people
Yes,
need
yeah,
to understand that they have all this power within them. And so,
yes,
if you could just say those books again that you've got, because I think if people
yeah.
can get those books, that would really help them.
Yeah, so it's how to heal using intuitive healing,
Yeah,
the book, and the secret energy of your body. Both of them are different.
yeah,
So this is usually like a for the beginners to
yeah.
start with, and this is more like advanced about aura, chakras, energy centers, how to feel with your hands, and this is how to work with organs. And
Oh
uh,
wow,
yeah.
I'm certainly going to get them because I think that's they're going to be a great
Yes,
read.
yes.
Um,
And yes, I also run my course,
yeah.
How to Heal with Timelessness.
And how would
So,
people come and see you about that?
well, I can send you the link to my
Yeah,
website. It's intuitivehealingpower.com.
yeah.
It's called Intuitive Healing Power, and it's the course run for like 1 year, and we will meet every Sunday, and it's like a membership, so you will have e-classes sent to you weekly. You will have access to my extra courses, meditation for different problems, intuitive healing meditations, like a lot of other things, which not only Zoom classes with me, but Zoom classes are included.
Yeah, right. And then, and what about on social media? How would they find you there?
Just my name, Irina Webster, or like Intuitive Healing Power, Dr. Irina Webster, Intuitive Healing Power, or just Intuitive Healing Power, and you will find me on
Yeah,
social media.
yeah. It's
Yes, and
oh
so you
yeah,
can Google my name, Irina Webster, or Dr. Irina Webster, and you will find my website. And my website for this course, Intuitive Healing Power.
yeah, great. I'll put all them in the on the notes.
Thank you, Troy.
Yeah, it's thanks very much for coming on to my podcast
My pleasure.
and yeah, explaining
Yeah.
all because I'm all about energy, you know, and
Yeah.
to explain more from someone that actually knows what they're doing, not as much as me, but I'm more of a simple guy, you know. I just see one
Yeah.
plus one equals two, and I just say if we do A, B, and C, we'll get result D, you know. But
Yeah, we all learning and growing from each
yeah,
other.
so
Yeah.
but I'm all for like all these there's so many different ways you can do things. And
Yes.
so the people that are resonating with that work and
Yes.
yeah, it sounds fantastic. So
Yes.
yeah, thanks again for coming on, and
My
I
pleasure.
really appreciate that
My
you've shared
pleasure.
all that knowledge and helping people. You know, yeah, well, thank you very much. And
Thank you.
if everyone can go and check you out online, you're going
Yes.
to be wowed.
Yes. Oh,
Thank you,
thank you, Troy. It's my pleasure.
thank you.